We're back.
Mobius pick here back with our okay-ish green-white Startled Awake deck.
Let's go.
Yeah, I think we're just gonna run it back. I think that Startled Awake is just good enough that if you can run it, you should. We did just showing have a green-white more aggressive theme deck, but I think unless you are really, really, really low to the ground in some sort of like hyper-aggressive deck, you usually just want more late game oomph than you want early push. I feel like the decks like this, the streamlined versions in draft are really good, but in sealed, a lot of people have a lot of 3 and 4 drops, and it just blocks you very often. So we're just gonna start with our green white, which is I think the best overall deck.
Yeah, it's all a pretty bad pull, but
I mean, it's not a terrible pull. It's just not a great pull. It's just a very even pull, so it's, you know. I would be interested to try the blue-red deck, but I think that with just a couple of cards from that deck being good enough to play. Like, it needs a couple more payoff cards or a couple more meaningful instants and sorceries, and it just doesn't have it. Oh, ace on the flop. We're playing against somebody that's lucky. I actually like that name. This looks like a fine hand. It's not the world's best hand, but
it's not terrible.
It's one of those situations where Moldgraph Scavenger really shines, and that your opponent's unlikely to kill it immediately.
And then we'll be able to drop Cryptothrite and fix our mana problems.
I mean, like the worst, not the worst, but an unlikely but bad case scenario is Moldergraph Scavenger, Pat, and then Cryptothrite, right, if you miss a land drop. And then you have access to your other cards. A good one involves, like, you know, Scavenger into some lands.
Now, would we sandbag if we draw the land? So, go ahead and just play the Cryptolithrite and then play the Bishop Bygone so we can play the creatures and draw cards?
I don't think it's worth the one card there, especially since all the other cards in our hand draw some more cards.
Alright. Well, play a creature.
Yeah. It just saves us so much more damage. But if we draw a white source, we will play the Bygone Bishop next. If we draw another green or blue source, I might just play Crawling Sensation. I think we just take this block.
Yeah.
And I'm fine trading the Scavenger for a trick. It's a good play on their part.
That was a good play. Alright. Bishop. Oh. So next turn, I think we play the Inspector and then the right. Or maybe the Inspector and then the Wildfield Scarecrow and just get 2.
Opponents should have attacked first unless they have some sort of other thing to do here.
They don't have anything else to do, so...
No, they don't. They should attack with both, though.
I think if they attack with both, they just lose one for no good reason. I don't know if you block with the 2/3. I don't think it's worth it.
How about?
I mean, I figured they had it, but I think that was worth it.
Alright.
So I think you play the Inspector and then play the Wildfield Scarecrow.
Alright, so we don't need to necessarily get any more clues for this card to have massively paid off.
No.
And then next turn we're going to probably drop the Crawling Sensation. It actually works very well with Cryptolith Light, right? Even if only every other turn you're getting a 1/1, because you're basically getting a mana source as well. And that's a big deal.
Right. So we've successfully stalled the board, so we can basically just play both of those cards and hit them for 2 in the air, right?
Could play around aim high, just wait a little bit longer.
Might as well hit them. We don't need that creature anymore.
It's true. The other thing we need to be aware of is we'd really rather not mill our island. At some point, we're gonna want to use the wild fill scarecrow, but I don't think
We
it's
have the
yet.
right.
Oh, right, we have the right.
We don't even need mana anymore.
Good call.
You should really wake up for it, play Magic Day.
I am very sleepy.
Well, that was an excellent draw.
Always good. Oh, we don't always yes to that though. Ah, that wasn't great. Alright, so I think we go ahead and pop one of these with our regular mana.
Or we could just do the look at the top three and get a creature.
That's true too.
Because that's what we really want. Wow.
Hey!
They just decided it wasn't worth their time.
I mean, in all fairness to them, they do get to see more things, but if they're an aggressive deck, which is the reason I don't like playing that aggressive deck, how are you going to beat this? How are you going to beat this overwhelming card advantage engine that turns all your resources into creatures? Like, unless our opponent has a bomb that can get rid of 2 of the 3 pieces, they need to get rid of the right, and if they just get rid of the right, it's not enough. Or if they just get rid of 2 creatures, it's not enough. But even if they got rid of both of our great creatures, we're still up 3 clues. Like,
Yep.
that's the best case scenario for our deck. I think that's what our deck could do best.
Alright, well, we didn't really see anything. So...
We saw they were aggressive, so I want to bring in a Hinterland Harbor. Just because I want more early drops.
Okay.
I'm less impressed with something like Tenacity
Is that the
or
one that
Crawling
gives us
Sensation.
life?
Yeah, it's the
Keep the one
one.
that gains us life, but take out the captain, maybe? Or maybe take out our aim high.
I'd rather drop the
Because we're
captain.
playing an
there.
8 high main deck, but they may not have any flyers.
Yeah.
Tricks are fun, though.
They're white, so they probably are playing flyers. Like, it would be hard for me to imagine playing white without any. Okay, this looks fine. We've got.
It's a little slow, but it's fine. We got a lot more lands than I would like with these low cost cards.
There's the Tenacity.
Nice.
It's okay. Next turn we can play the Cathar. I do like how Aimhari works well against Stern Constable.
Alright. Cathar into a Scarecrow is pretty good.
I don't know if we necessarily do anything special with Cathar. We might just trade it.
No, just keep it. We're at 19. It eventually becomes unbeatable.
I think we just take this block and get their trick, though.
Well, so I think their creature becomes useless after this next turn because we'll have a 1/4.
Okay.
Most tricks won't get through that.
Their trick probably gives +2/+2.
Yeah, but we have a 1/4, so we just block their 1/1.
I think their trick's gonna kill the Wild Scarecrow.
Probably not.
I think I'd rather have the Graph Maul out.
It is a better card.
Stops more attacks.
So I think we just block our 2/4 on their 1/1 if they attack with it, but I don't think they'll attack with it.
No, they could just tap down our creature.
So they've definitely got a trick. So
Double block and let them have a trick.
why don't we just take it one more turn and leave mana up for aim high, and then we'll blow them out with our trick.
I mean, it's...
I mean, you could block one of theirs and get the trick out of their hand. So block the 2/2 on the 2/2 to get the trick.
No, we just double block. They play the trick, and they trade a trick for 1 card.
Yeah, but next turn we play the tenacity and blow them out.
It might not even blow them out.
It probably will, because it probably almost every trick gains +2/+2.
Okay.
So block the 2/2 on the 2/2, and then see if they give a trick to us.
If we block, we double block.
Okay, then don't block. Or double block, whatever. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, this just lets them kill one of our creatures with the trick, which is fine. Unless the trick is the indestructible trick. But even then, they just take one of our creatures. There's no one trick that kills both of our creatures.
So they choose not to do a trick. Alright, so... Do you want to just Declaration of Stone their flyer? And then attack and keep aim high there? Or do you want to just pass and aim high and kill their flyer?
Well, we can't aim high and kill their flyer because they can discard a card and tap our guy down.
Oh, well then Declaration of Stone and kill their Gust.
Particularly like that, but I do think that's the best play.
Well, they're super aggressive when we drew a bunch of junk, so...
I mean, once we put down Wildfill Scarecrow, they're not in a great spot either. It's a good card.
There's a good chance they don't even have a trick and they will fake it out.
Yeah, that's why I like to block and not wait for it. Just force their tricks out.
So I like just playing the Wildfield Scarecrow here.
We could play the right and the Scarecrow by tapping them all.
Go for it.
And we could have also, left mana open for another aim high turn, but I don't really like that. At this point, if we draw land, we can play aim high and tenacity in the same turn, which will be very hard for opponents to play around. I think we block.
Block and take 6.
They cancel. If they want, just to take 6, that's fine.
That's what they're gonna do, probably.
Yeah, sure.
So, do you want to take 6 or do you want to throw away a creature?
No, I want to take 6. That sounds fine. I mean, it's only a 4 damage difference. I mean, if we chump the 6/6, we take 2.
So, we'll be able to block next turn and aim high tenacity, get a bunch of life. So it doesn't seem like we're doing anything else.
No, but gaining a bunch of life and killing one of their creatures is nice.
Maybe they'll play like they did last turn, where they pump before
No,
they
they
give us a chance to block.
mentioned in the comments they made a mistake. They won't make that same mistake.
So we're gonna put our 1/4 on their 6/6,
Yeah, we're probably gonna
And then we're
sacrifice
gonna-
the 2 lands.
and we're gonna tenacity and aim high.
We don't have the mana. We're just gonna pick
We do in fact have the mana.
not to sacrifice the Wild Fairy Scarecrow to
No,
go to
no,
islands.
but it won't die if we tenacity and aim high on it.
Yeah, I guess it's true.
Nice. They decided not to attack.
Do we want to get 2 islands?
No. We don't have enough creatures.
I agree with that. Now we do. Do we want to play that creature?
Yeah. We still have enough tenacity and aim high. Don't we?
No. One, two,
Oh no, because it has the tap. Well, we can chump block.
We can. And just because they didn't make an attack last turn, so they probably don't want to make an attack this turn. No, here we go. This is interesting. It's fine.
I think we have to chump block the 6/6 this time.
One, two, three, four. We can go to 2.
Alright, let's see. If we tenacity on the scarecrow,
Tenacity is everybody. Oh, if we
aim high on it, it'll untap it, but that still won't give us enough mana to tenacity.
It was we can tap it for mana if they try to tap it. So it's fine.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that won't give us enough to do anything.
Yeah, well,
Hold on.
you can tap
Yeah.
your creatures for mana. 1,
Yeah,
2,
yeah.
3, 4, 5.
Yeah,
1,
that's
2,
one shot,
3.
Daniel.
Oh wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, all right.
Yeah, so cancel that. I think you just jump block.
I think I just go to 2. They haven't shown any flyers.
That's fine.
Like,
I like how they continue to do it
pre-combat, yeah.
during combat. Alright, so now I think we just pass. Right?
Yep. This wolf's doing some work. It's gonna be a problem.
We have lots of.
Yeah, we definitely need them to attack. See, now they don't have to attack. They can just kill us over a couple turns by draining us.
They have to have their creatures die.
We can't tap 2 creatures for Startled Awake.
Nope. We can't sacrifice the scarecrow. Rock in a hard place.
Yeah.
It's like going to game 3.
Maybe.
They might attack here.
Doesn't seem terrible.
So we don't need that mana. Actually, you're just doing that.
No, we're going to aim high.
But we have enough mana. We don't have to aim high.
Because it's a creature to block with.
But we can do that during blocks. That's what I'm saying. You don't
Oh,
need that
yeah.
mana.
You're right.
Alright, so I think we want to untap. It's probably not the one I would have untapped, but that's fine.
The 2/4? There's more power. Gain more life.
Alright. And then we go to blocks. Make sure we have a stop on the block, otherwise we'll just die. That'll be fun.
Alright. So we'll go to our blocks. And we want to block.
The 2/2 with the 4/6, right?
Okay, we will take 6 damage. And
Well,
we
so-
gain 7 life, so we go to 1. That sounds good.
So you don't want to block. Okay, the way I just said.
Yeah, I think I was double checking because we're going to take 6.
And we're gonna gain 6.
Yeah. We're gonna gain 6. That's correct.
Okay, well you actually have to cast the tenacity.
Yep. As soon as we get priority, we cast the tenacity. And if our opponent has a trick, that trick. It was fine. I will say that the Quill Wolf has done more in this game than I've seen in a long time. We just didn't
Before
have...
we went to blocks, we should have tenacity. Because it untaps all those creatures. We could have blocked everything.
Yeah, we should have read the card.
Yep. Oh well.
I'm not used to playing with tenacity. Unfortunately, that would have been a big game for us, actually. Because we could have put 2 blockers on the 2/3 and put them down just to Quill Wolf.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yep. Alright, well we've drawn an insane number of lands at this point. I think we die now.
No, we die next turn.
So we block our 1/4 on their 6/6, and then we sack it to go get 2 blue.
Yeah, we do that.
And then if we top deck really, really well, we don't die.
Yeah, that's where we're at. That's fine. Yeah.
And then we have another game, so.
If we get some clues, we'll be fine too, because we gain life off of clues. Like, we're probably not going to win. Actually, you know what? That's fine.
They'd really like to make sure we know that going in.
Yeah, you know. Saving a little time. I guess. Sure.
Alright, so you actually want to sacrifice the Scarecrow right now and go get 2 lands, right?
Why? Then they're going to tap down our only creature and we're going to die.
Never mind.
I mean, this isn't great. They'll tap down the Watcher.
We'll probably lose. But we may not.
So one of the reasons that pumping before combat is nice is that we can't use Puncturing Light on it. So it's not like there's no reason to do it. There's no reason to do it during just attacks.
Don't have 6. Oh, so we're dead anyway.
We're dead now.
Bam. Alright, so
We just want early interaction.
I don't think we really need to change anything unless you want to take the blue out of our deck.
Yeah, kind of deal. I really don't think that we're going to win this game by having blue in it.
Right. So add 1 forest, 1 plains, and then put something.
I think there's one more creatures.
Intrepid Provisioner, maybe? We have enough humans for that?
We haven't seen any big creatures from their deck other than they pump, which makes me not like Humble the Night. I like Survive the Night. I like Militant Inquisitor. I like Devilthorn Fox. It just trades with their stuff.
Let's follow me. Do that.
Is there any other cards I don't like a lot? Topplegeist is okay without being great.
I don't like a lot of these cards, but whatever.
Well,
That's all we got, so. Might be on reason to actually get some buff here because we can build a creature that's way better than theirs. And then they won't be able to kill it, probably.
we could drop the right.
Yeah, we could drop the right because we don't need the mana now. And put might be on reason or another 2-drop.
And fork in the road. We can drop all the stuff that makes the deck fancy.
Yeah, Crawling Sensation we probably don't need. Alright, just 3 more creatures and maybe a 1 more combat trick.
Yeah.
If we don't have 3 good creatures.
I think Militant Inquisitor.
It's okay. It's a 2/3 for 3.
Survive the night seems fine.
And we probably...
Strength of Arms number 2.
Alright, and then we need to check and see if our white and green mana base is correct at this point. Because we put in a lot of white cards just then. So we might want to drop a forest and put in a plains.
Just combat tricks. It's about half and half.
Alright, let's go. Yeah, we would like to go first.
We would like to go first.
This is acceptable but not good.
It's fine. We just need a forest in any amount of turns. We have a couple spells we can play. And if we draw a forest, then we'll probably be the beat down. There's a pretty reasonable chance that whatever the first thing is, Strength of Arms will make it trade well for us.
Alright, so at least we'll get to buy on Bishop next turn.
There is some argument that we should have waited and just played the Bygone Bishop and then the Doppelgeist, but I don't like that play because if we draw a forest, we might just curve out.
Number 1.
Like, even if we don't draw green source, we might just try to beat them to death with flyers.
I'll let you block here.
We don't need to.
Wow. Alright. I think we dropped the Cathar. Or do you want to drop the Recruiter?
Oh, they have a spell. Puncturing light. Got bad news, friend. That card's too big. I wouldn't have saved the other one. Yeah, we're playing a spell every turn.
It doesn't really matter. Just play one of them. That one may flip.
Well, I also would rather use the ability of Duskwatch Recruiter than I would of
just crack a bunch of clues.
I mean, saving the clues back to like using Duskwatch next turn is just a better ability.
Blanking their one spell probably won us the game.
That's not a problem. You want to make that trade? I don't think I want to.
Attack and tenacity?
Yeah, I don't like that trade. I think I'd really just play the Cathar and pop the clue. So plop the clue first.
Yep, definitely.
I think we still want to play the Cathar.
Yeah, that's true. And then attack for 3 in the air.
Yep. Alright.
Next turn we'll just purge the rest of the card and sack the clue to do it.
No, we'll sack a land because that'll put us one
close.
creature away to Topplegeist being a sweet bomb. Then this is, our deck just kind of curving out. Being on the play matters a lot when you're in curve out decks. Or if you curve out hands.
I like the deck we've built a lot better here than our other more controlling deck.
The problem is there's a lot of decks where their 4 and 5 drops aren't just 2/2s.
Oh no, I agree that this is only the right deck for against them.
Yeah.
But I do like playing this type of deck better.
Yeah. I mean, having a deck with a more consistent plan as opposed to a powerful plan is usually the right answer. It's basically always the right answer in draft. But in sealed, things can drag out just because it's harder to get that much consistency. Alright, so our opponent needs to find some way to either stabilize the board or put pressure on us. Neither of which they're doing right now. I did like the Strength of Arms play. It got in an extra 4 damage. And Bygone Bishop is worth protecting. I think it might have been one of the only cards that I think is worth protecting, but it got us 1 clue, or it got us 2 clues, But as this game goes on, there's a very real chance that if he could stabilize the board, we would just win with Duskwatch Recruiter Bygone Bishop. Like, if we couldn't attack again for the next 10 turns, we could probably still just bury them in card advantage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, I bet we may have a chance to just attack tenacity kill next turn.
Yeah, if they tap out for something, I'll be happy to do that. Or if they play something that I can't get around that, then there's always the Angelic Purge play, which is Angelic Purge, and if you draw land, you can use Dusk Watch, and if you don't, then you pop a clue. I mean, there were definitely some good synergies in our pool.
Mm-hmm.
I do enjoy that Cryptolith Right is a powerful card, especially in green-based builds. You only need a couple ways to make the mana really good. We have 2 of the ones we have in the deck left, or 3 technically, but...
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely a card that I would always consider playing. When I first saw it, I thought it would be mostly unplayable, but with the amount of ways to spend mana in this format, I think it's not a really high pick, because it goes in specific decks, but I think it's really good in those decks. And before, I would have thought it would just be mediocre outside of a very small niche amount of decks.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, waiting on our opponent. They're thinking. And while they're thinking, kind of want to look at some of the Eternal Master spoilers that came out. So, Brad, have you had a chance to check out the Eternal Master spoilers?
I was not impressed.
You were not impressed with the cards they chose, or that you thought some of the choices were bad? Were you not impressed with the cards they chose to show off the format, or did you think that these cards are bad cards to reprint?
No, these are good cards to reprint. But I'm not excited about getting any of these, except for
Sneak Attack? I thought you said that was on the reserve list.
I thought it was on the reserve list. So Mana Crypt's a pretty expensive card, so I'm happy to see that one return.
I also enjoy how they made sure that the cards are at the correct rarities. Mana Crypt is not a fun card to play limited against. It is not fun when your opponent plays a 3-drop on turn 1. Yeah, no, it's a very powerful card, and if your opponent ever played a 5... Imagine this scenario. Mana Crypt, Island, Batterskull. That's a really not fun game of Magic turn 1. Right?
Good point.
And it being a Mythic prevents that. You know, whereas cards like Maze of Ith or Sylvan Library or Toxic Deluge...
It's our turn now.
Actually gave us priority.
Nice.
Are fine. Okay. I think we just take
no
it.
blocks.
Sure.
Do we go for the win, or do we go for the
So
safe
you have
play?
to play something. Okay, well, I think we go for the tenacity, because even if they do something big, we're in a great shape.
Oh, now we just kill them. Nope, don't tenacity. Just attack. So now we get to tenacity and then strengthen arms kill them. After they block.
Sure. Combat tricks. The combat tricks in this set are pretty good. Tenacity is not very good, but it's fine in our deck. That being great.
Three, 6, 7, 8. So we won't plot kill them.
Okay, let's go ahead and save our creature.
Well, shouldn't you let some of those resolve first?
No.
Okay.
There'll be a 3/3. Alright, this will be a 3/3. Let's go ahead and do this. If they have another trick, then I guess. But I mean, it's still fine because the worst case scenario is we just increase the amount of life we gain. So yeah, we're at 24.
Well, now we have 3 flying too, so for next turn.
Yep. And if somehow they can answer all of that, we can have a topple guys that can tap things down. We have plenty of cards. It's one of those untenable situations unless our opponent goes land, exile everything you have.
That would be fun.
I mean, it put them moderately back into the game. They still wouldn't be favored. So, sure.
Oh.
I mean, that's not
Fine.
good enough.
2, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we put them at 3 again.
Right. We have nothing, and we have delirium. No, we don't. We're one type short.
I don't know
Oh,
how
creature.
that's possible.
We're missing a creature.
Oh, amazing.
We have tons of instant sorceries in our graveyard. If this is exiling all of our creatures, they could be in an okay spot.
Nope. Oh, so we're 1-1 now.
It's not bad. Then we have
We can play one more if you want.
Let's go ahead and get the video.